The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run here with the rookie. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They send Ridley in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Oh, yeah. Oh, big hole left side. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5. So, a big one there to start the drive. Gains an even 70 yards. They'll look to throw. Line and in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown Browns. His 12th touchdown of the year. Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now a give up the middle. He'll be a little short of that first down. Tackled at about the 37-yard line.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that's going to bring up fourth down.
That's just a great job defensively, Mike. Here's a chance they have to get off the field. They sell out for the run. They know it's coming, and they're able to force a fourth down.
On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll take this down to the 43. A short pickup there. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game. This drive will start on the ground. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation on the plus side of the 50. I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They send Ridley in motion. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And he is going to have the Broncos 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Denver.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here comes a return from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
He's got it! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure.
And this one is blocked. Look at him go! Past the 40, inside the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The block extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And he searches forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's McCarthy. He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. This throw right side taken in by Ridley. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. To throw is McCarthy. He's going to let this one go deep. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A big-time play for the Broncos. And even 30 yards. It's 1st down, and they'll run. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now McCarthy. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. The ball right on the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Now give on the ground. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Here's McCarthy. And he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. The Broncos have cut the deficit to 5. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Broncos will up it to a 2-point lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit, really well timed, really nice job by both guys.
A handoff running left, it's Pacheco. Finding room to the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Browns. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Complete. Ridley on the reception. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Roger McCreary. And the Browns are going to take over just shy of midfield.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Hill drops to throw. Taking off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying.
And this one is blocked. A big hole. He's to the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. On first down, here's McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Good coverage by the kicking team. He's out of bounds, shy of the 20. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 30. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. They'll throw out of the gun. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Back to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll look to throw here on first down. A throw on the move is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day. That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Quick throw here is complete. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Checking it down, this one is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Duvernay to return. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's caught. It's the tight end, Sinnott. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You can see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Throwing again is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
On fourth down, here's McCarthy. Going for it all. And the Browns will take over possession here at the 44.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Now, faking the give. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. That one good for 26 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll lead to a second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On first and 10, it's McCarthy. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
McCarthy now to throw on first and 10. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. They motion the slot man left. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Look wide, get this one complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and So far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. That's taken in. He's going to have a Broncos first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. This one complete to Ridley. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running right. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. They'll run here with Brown. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, We'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Second down and 8. They send the tight end in motion. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case,
and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Field goals and takeaways. That's the two goals anytime a defense finds themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Now, after that first down sack, I think the odds are a little bit more in their favor. Can they hold up here on second and third down?
And he will score. Game on. Ben Sinnott. Touchdown, Broncos. No problem there on the extra point. Broncos have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. So second down, and they'll run it. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that third down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. We'll see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. To the ground, a first down run. It's a first down and a gain of 13.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's over the middle to the tight end, Sinnott. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
You're in the 4th quarter. You just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
On first down, here's McCarthy. He'll go right and find his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Denver. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw, it's McCarthy. He'll swing that out wide. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback,
he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense.
and there... breaker, Mike, the one thing you...
No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll send a tight end in motion. A run with Pacheco. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Here's 2nd down. They'll run here. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Here's a designed run. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Well, here we go. The Browns will go for 2 here.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
A return now from the 4. Whoa. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
So, it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. And this long winning streak